Sorry, I got cut off there, guys. But yeah, fighting over supplies. I didn't want to be taking their resources, right? So I waited until like after Christmas to go back, and which is a few months later. And it was also very scary to go back. I didn't want to go back to a war zone. So anyway, but I felt like I had to. I had psychics tell me that I had to go back to Hawaii, and so I did. And I knew I needed to get those. As soon as I landed in Maui, I actually had a Bumble dating app with those 2 links for the 33-year fire captain and 48-year arborist on my Bumble, so that when people were swiped, they would just see the links and go, oh, and they could just click on it, right? And I had that going in California for months, right, up until I went back to Maui. And so when I landed in Maui, my Bumble was banned within like 48 hours. It was totally fine in California. And I knew that there was tons of people in California dealing with these fires too. But as soon as I landed in Maui, like within 48 hours, my Bumble was banned. So I knew that it was just going to keep happening if I made other dating app profiles. So I just decided to do it manually and just go to like the campsites where people were sleeping in their tents and just tell them person to person and just do as much work that way as I can. But I know that this needs to be reached to more people, you know. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to you guys for watching. You know, my testimony, hearing me out. Yeah, this has been such a nightmare. But if you could, my Venmo is Elise Johnson 777, and I'll also list down I can't remember what my PayPal is, but I will list that down in the description below. So just thank you guys for your empathy and your time and your listening ear and hearing my story. And I pray for everyone in this world that's dealing with any of these fires, because it is a nightmare what's happening. And I am so grateful that God spared my life and spared my parents' life and their home, even though what they did to me was wrong. I'm grateful that they're alive. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that my whole team, my whole Ohana team at Tommy Bahama, I heard that they all lived. So regardless of whatever and whoever did anything wrong to me, I'm grateful that they didn't get harmed in this fire and that they're okay. But yeah, this has to stop, guys, and the only way it's going to stop is if we start speaking up and telling the truth, telling our stories, telling whatever we can do to just, you know, change the narrative. You know, this wasn't a natural wildfire. You know, we have enough evidence from, you know, a 48-year arborist and 33-year fire captain, and, you know, this 9/11 expert said it perfectly. He said, you know, don't let them dupe you, you know, like they duped us for 9/11, you know, because he said all we heard during 9/11, right after the fact, was Osama bin Laden, over and over everywhere on the news, right? That's all we heard. So, you know, and so we thought, oh my gosh, we've been attacked, you know, like, I mean, all of us thought that, right? The majority of us. I mean, I even watched a documentary on 9/11 that was probably propaganda, looking back at it now, you know, but it was so sad that me and my ex-husband, who's my boyfriend at the time, I was in high school, we walked around my Sandy, Utah neighborhood barefoot, and he talked about how he wanted to join the Marine Corps to protect our country, you know. And at the time, I thought that was a very valiant, you know, courageous effort, you know, to want to fight for your country. I mean, it still is the principle of it, but now knowing what I know now, you know, it's just, it's even more devastating to know that we were tricked, you know. That's the, you know, I went through as a Marine wife and a military girlfriend. I went through a fiance, I should say, because my ex-husband proposed to me right before he took a 12-month tour to Iraq, and then after we got married, he did another 13-month tour to Afghanistan, and we lost our friend Ralph. You know, so that's what I'm saying, guys, is like, this is you know, for what? Why did we have to lose Ralph? You know, why did anyone have to die? A civilian in Iraq, Afghanistan, anyone in the Middle East? Why? You know, I'm renting right now with someone whose family is from Iran, you know, and it's like, I've met so many people from the Middle East, lovely people, you know. It's like, why did we even have to go to war? We didn't. It was all for oil, you know. And that brings me to my last point, is saltwater technology. Did you guys know that there's a car that runs off saltwater? There's a whole line of them, but my favorite one is called the Quantino. It's Quantino. And Quantino, only like 30,000 grand, right? Which is pretty average for like the average car off the lot, right? It's around $25,000 to $30,000. So imagine leasing that car. You could fill it up with, you know, water from the ocean. This is the kind of stuff that they've been trying to hide, this type of technology, for years, right? You could run the whole world off saltwater. My dream is to like see, like, there's batteries. You could put a battery in your garage. It's better than Tesla, and it runs your whole home off of saltwater. No bills, 0 home bills. You literally could just plug in everything to that generator and boom, you have power, you have it all. And so you can run a car off saltwater, you can run your home off saltwater. Imagine running a boat off of saltwater. You'd be stuck in the middle of the ocean somewhere and not have to worry about gasoline, you know? It's amazing. You could go 1 billion times around the earth and never put 1 drop of pollution into the ocean ever again, you know? So why do we need to keep fracking and all this crap? You know, we don't, you know? And then Tesla is actually prone to explosion. So saltwater isn't prone to explosion. Saltwater cars and saltwater batteries, Tesla batteries and Tesla cars are prone to explosion. And yeah, the last thing I want to say is to look up this video. It's the channel is J like jog, R like rabbit, E like Edward, JRE show. It's the channel name. And then type in the name of the video is Brevard County Speaker puts NASA in the hot seat. It's amazing. The best 3 minutes of your life right there. Watch it to the end. It shows how, you know, NASA is using, it's very clear that they're using green screens and Hollywood techniques to fake the footage. And yeah, what if they're really up there, why are they using Hollywood techniques to fake the footage, right? So, you know, there's all these green screen glitches, harnesses, wires, people fading in and out of the screen, air bubbles, people drowning, astronauts drowning on spacewalks. Lieutenant Armatier, what's his name? He says in this video that there was an astronaut that was actually, he almost drowned on a spacewalk. How is that possible in the vacuum of space? How is it possible to see all these air bubbles in space? It's because they're in an underwater pool. They train for spacewalks in an underwater pool. So it's the way he says, surely they're not, filming these spacewalks and then using them to fool the public, so that they're actually in space. Yeah, I think they are. So we need to really question everything, guys. Oh, and there's another video. Type in Zoe interviews Buzz Aldrin, and at like minute 7 she asks him, why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time? And Buzz says, that's not an 8-year-old's question, that's my question. I want to know, but I think I know, because we didn't go there. He puts his hand on his heart. He says, and if we didn't go there, it's nice to know why we didn't go there. He says it just like that. And then he pauses for a moment, and he says, money. Yeah, $3 billion annual budget to make fake videos. Like, what are they using this money for? Sex trafficking? Like, where are the children in Lahaina? Everyone saw that the school buses that were normally parked in one area were just suddenly missing the day of the fire. And that the day of the fire was actually the day before school. So the school buses shouldn't have been out of that parking lot, right? Everyone says, oh, it was the first day of school. No, school started the next day. So on the 8th of August, those school buses shouldn't have been moved from that parking spot and that parking lot, but they were all gone. And some people said that they saw them on the outsides of the perimeter of the fire, where beyond the blockades, right? So if you think about it, if all the kids are home from they're on summer break still, the last day of summer break, and this is the most important topic of this video, is where are the children? Like, seriously, where are they? Because we know that they were home, and if people could, be on foot, they were more likely to escape the fire, right? Because of all the blockades for the cars. So if you were on foot, you were more likely to get away. So if you were at home, right, and you're a kid, imagine you're a kid and you're at home, there's a fire going on, you're going to run for your life, right? And you're going to keep running until you're outside of that fire in a safe area. Well, where all the school buses were lined up, people, when you're a kid, you see an adult, oh, you're an adult, I can trust you, You get on a school bus, and where did they go? I'm just saying, guys, we need to question all of these things, but that's number one right there. Number one importance to me is, where are the children? Like, seriously, they block all the exits, kill the parents, right? There's no way that there was only 100 people that died that day. Whole hotels, whole apartment buildings are just gone. I mean, lines and lines and lines of cars, of people burnt alive. Like, it's so fucked up, guys, what we're dealing with. But we need to address the fact that there was, I saw a video of like 6, I counted, I can't remember how many there were, but there were just a ton of refrigerated pods outside of Maui Memorial. Like someone did an aerial view of it because the morgue was full. Like it was full of people, you know? And so they didn't have enough room. I heard that they actually had to take did some sort of morgue over in Lahaina or something like that too. They just ran out of room. So there was way more than 100 people that died, in my opinion, because there's just no way. Like I heard 186 people washed up on Lanai. Like, really? 186 people washed up on Lanai alone? I can't find the source for that right now. I've been looking for it online. I don't know if it got scrubbed. But yeah, something is very, 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 very evil going on, guys. And we need to talk about this, and we need to confront it fearlessly. Because I've been afraid the last year. I've been afraid to speak up about this topic because I don't know. It's just with everything that I've been through, but I'm finding the courage right now to just speak up and say what's on my heart, what's on my mind, and get it out. Because yeah, there's nothing to fear but fear itself, right? And if God stands with me, who can stand against me, you know? So all right, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. Love and light, and God bless you all. And I just pray that we can make a difference in this world together. And I hope my voice has reached those who needed somebody who, you know, has maybe someone who's been through similar things. And if you haven't, I'm so grateful. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. I wouldn't wish my life, the things I've been through, on my worst enemy, because it's been a nightmare. But I do want to break this curse of silence that, you know, my family has been cursed with, like a silent, you know, not speaking up, sweeping things under the rug, not saying what's on their mind, not speaking the truth. I want to change that. So all right, guys, I love you guys so much, and God bless you all. Stay safe. As Michelle from Blossom Inner Wellness said, you know, make sure you guys have like a bag to go in your car, you know, with food and water. Maybe pack a bag with like your things that you would take in a fire, like your pictures, like old school photographs, like things, like a to-go bag, you know, just in case, because you just never know where they're gonna hit next, you know. And I just want to make sure that people are safe and have an exit strategy, because people who only people who survived Lahaina were the ones who disobeyed, because, you know, people just were like, okay, cops are telling me I can't leave, I have to circle back around into the fire. And no, it was people who like went over the barricades or had the lift on their car, you know, to do so, you know, that could get over those barricades. Those are the ones who survived, the ones who disobeyed and got out of there, because the cops just kept circling them back into the fire. So anyway, all right, I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Know that this is a spiritual war, and stay prayed up. And you know, we all know how this ends, guys. We all know how this ends. Watch Easy Sleazy Mick Jagger with Dave Grohl, the end of that video, that music video, Mick Jagger says, "It's mind control. The earth is flat and cold. It's never warming up. The Arctic's turned to slush. The second's coming late, and there's aliens in the deep state." Yeah, I like the part about the second's coming late, because it is coming though, you know? We know how this ends, guys, so just stay prayed up. And yeah, alright, I'm gonna end it here. I love you guys, take care, much love, aloha.